I'm talking to Damien Ihrig at the Hardin Library for Health Sciences in the Martin Rare Book Room, John Martin Rare Book Room. And Damien is going to give a talk about facsimiles, botanical facsimiles, herbal books that we have in this collection.
Uh, yes, so we have a few examples of our manuscript facsimiles set out here. I will say our collection, the collection focus is on printed materials. That's what Dr. Martin was most interested in collecting. But he did collect a few manuscript facsimiles, and most of those had to do with plant medicine in one way or another. And so the books that we have out today, they're all plant medicine facsimiles, medieval herbals, and then I do have one example of a Renaissance herbal. If we have a chance to take a look at it later, we can sort of see a comparison as far as a printed herbal that would have been printed in the 16th century. So the first three books that are out here, these very large volumes, these are all related to each other. They all contain examples of the Tequinum Sanitatis or the Theatrum Sanitatis.
And what does that mean, Damien?
So that basically translates as like Notebook of Health or Handbook of Health. It was written by a medieval Arabic physician named Ibn Butlan. They really try and lay out the types of plants that are out in the world, and then how you might use them to treat different kinds of illnesses. These first two are related. One is the actual facsimile, and the second one is translation and some commentary on what you find in the facsimile. Now, I should say, for facsimiles, there tend to be a range of quality. So something from even a simple photocopy to something like this, where they really went all out to try and recreate the look and the feel of the original. So this particular facsimile is housed at the University of Granada in their library. And so they took that original manuscript, and then they tried to recreate as closely as possible what that would, again, look and feel like. The size of it, the quality of it, the colors, things like that. And then over here, this third volume, this was printed separately, a different year, different printer. They chose for this Theatrum Sanitatis manuscript to do more of like a photocopy. So it's regular style paper, and then they're photocopying the original, and that's what you see in here.
So this is like a modern adaptation.
Yeah, I mean you're literally just taking a nice photocopy, but a photocopy
A
of
photocopy.
the original, and that's what you're printing then. Whereas this original, I mean, again, they're really trying to recreate what that original that experience.
So what would
be.
you say the dates of this one were?
The dates of when it was
The
printed?
facsimile.
The facsimile was printed about between 1973 and 74. These two volumes came out.
Oh, both of them.
Yeah.
And are they printed volumes then? Even this is a printed volume?
Well, these are, I mean, yes, these would have been printed. This one obviously is, full color, trying to recreate. They used a very nice thick paper to try and recreate the sense of the parchment that the original is on. And then, of course, as true to the original, the printing in full color there. For the translation, this is just this is a regular book. So they were just trying to provide extra material to go along with the facsimile.
Are there any more of this color facsimile? Are there any more pages that we could flip through?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Some really great illustrations of medieval life, and obviously plants.
Would you say this is the early pharmaceuticals?
Yes, so your plant medicine book, your herbals, materia medica, these are all terms we use for things that, you're trying to use what's in nature, plants, minerals, etc., to create medicines to treat people. You might see the word also simples. So there would be simple medicines. So sort of easy to make compounds where you could combine a few things, and that's how you could treat somebody for something.
Could we keep flipping through
Yeah.
some of this? It's quite beautiful.
Oh yes, it's very beautiful. Yeah. And again, this is a very high quality reproduction of these.
It looks like a full color process kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, so this one was printed, this would have been printed probably in 1973, and then the text volume would have been printed in 1974.
Would anybody be able to buy these books?
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah. If they're still available, you might be able to find them used. There are other printers who continue to make facsimiles of medieval manuscripts, including this one and others.
are they specialized printers, or
Yeah, these are
can
typically.
you go to thrift books and find?
I mean, I think usually these would, the people who make these, the printers who make these, they are specialized outfits. They typically specialize in making very nice facsimiles. You might be able to find them used again through rare book stores and things like that.
But they're not rare in a way. I mean,
Well,
they're...
they wouldn't have printed a lot of them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. They
It
would have
been a
done an
limited
edition.
series. Yeah, they would have been numbered, that sort of thing.
And how does medieval life fit into this? They try to make them like about life, like a journal.
More just the scenes here.
Okay.
So the text is telling you about the plants and how to use them. The scenes would have been added later. So Ibn Butlan's original text, I believe, was unillustrated. So medieval illustrators would have added this when they copied his text. Then.
Okay.
And then they're adding in these vignettes of medieval life here.
That's kind of curious. It's very storytelling, like journal-like, visual journal-like. It's amazingly beautiful. Even the facsimile is, and the life. Could you go back to that one? What are these figures? An Adam and Eve, or?
Yeah, those definitely look like Adam and Eve. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book, and just a really great example of a fine quality facsimile.
Reproduction.
Yep. Yeah. And then of course, in contrast to the black and white one, this is still a good quality. Like, this is a well-made book. This one is actually from I think this one is from 1940.
Can we flip through some of this
Yeah.
while we talk?
Yeah. So different look and feel than the other one.
So what was the series called again? Granada?
Oh no, so this manuscript, this is housed in the University of Granada.
Okay.
This one, this is. Let me look up real quick. Where do we know where this one is from? This
But
is called the Casanates, Casanatans Library
Dulcia.
Codex. And again, it's just another version, another different manuscript version of Ibn Butlan's text then.
It's beautiful too.
Yeah.
The originals must be magnificent.
Oh, I'm sure they'd be amazing.
Have you ever seen them?
No. That's definitely
Would
like
they
a
let
bucket
somebody
list
see
item.
them, or are they like closed stacks, kind of closed?
That would be up to the institution, and different institutions have different access policies. Some are easier to call items and take a look at them, and others you have to do quite a bit to actually go in and see them. A lot of times you have to have what's called a legitimate research purpose
Okay.
to access materials. But yeah, it just kind of depends on the institution.
I've never seen these. I've seen the smaller books. I see you have some of those here too.
I do have some smaller. This is a smaller. These two books are related. I can put those out. We can put this away. So this is another example again of a very high quality reproduction of the original. This is Tractatus de Urbis, and again, lovely illustrations. This particular manuscript was probably produced in northern Italy.
By monks?
I mean, there's a good chance it was in a scriptorium with monks, maybe about 1440 or so. This one happens to be in the British Library. But again, they're trying to really give you a sense of the original and the look and the feel.
Oh, wow. See, I don't care if anybody else likes them. I love them. I think they're the most beautiful things.
They are quite amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, even the facsimiles
Are
can be
amazing.
quite
They're
beautiful.
quite accurate
Yeah.
to the originals. When do you think this was done?
This one was 2011,
Okay, so quite recently.
relatively speaking. Yep. Yeah. But again, just really fun illustrations with extra material, in the white space, animals, both real and mythological. And a lot of medieval plant books, they wouldn't have necessarily have been the most helpful when either trying to find a plant or to use it medicinally, until you get to sort of the Renaissance humanist period, where they start doing more of their own direct research and observations of plants, and trying to record them as accurately as possible, as far as what they might look like at different stages of their growth, and then trying to provide high quality descriptions, text descriptions then as well. You might have plants depicted in here with some more mythological features, something like a mandrake root you might see depicted as a little person. these depictions are actually quite accurate, but they are usually depicting the plant at just one period of their growth. But it's another lovely one, and this one. This is a.
The paper is quite nice and thick.
Oh yes, yeah. It's made to mimic the parchment as well as can be, given that it is still paper. So this is just another version of it. It was a French translation of the Tractatus there.
And then they wrote about each one of these plants.
Yeah. So they would have highlighted the plant and then its characteristics, and then the kind of recipe, maybe a recipes you might use it in. Maybe they would describe, where you might find it out in nature, things like that. So this one is a little less. It's still. I mean,
it's not as interesting.
It's a very high quality book.
I mean, the script is very interesting, but
Yeah.
it's not as interesting as the other plant, the close-up of the plants.
And they're not trying as hard to mimic the original. So you can see, you don't see a lot of staining or things like that on the edges. The paper, you can tell it's just paper. They're not trying to give you that sort of tactile sense as well as the content. And then, of course, there's much more text in here. Then this one, I actually just found today. I've never looked at it.
Is it a facsimile? It looks pretty.
No, it's very much a facsimile. And it is one of these ones where they're really trying to
Mimic.
mimic the original as much as possible. You can even see the little stamp on there. You've got your clasps on the wooden boards. And then once you go inside,
That's stained paper.
they're really trying to
Parchment.
recreate the.
It's not stained paper. It's parchment to make
Well,
it
I mean,
look like.
they're trying to make it look like that, and then you can see they haven't tried to do anything to, cover up what the original actually looks like, the staining and the repairs and things like that. And I'm trying to remember when this one's from. Oh yeah, so this is from 2007 is when this facsimile was made, and it represents. Do I have notes on this one? Again, I just found this one, so it's pretty exciting. I don't have any other notes on it.
Oh, wow, wait. Let's go through some of these pages.
Yeah. This is much closer in look and feel to the next book I'm going to show you too.
Okay.
It really gives you a sense of the, heavy use and damage and things like that from the original. You can even see that they, unlike that first book, the large one, where they, were mimicking the pages here, they've even cut the pages to look like how the original parchment pages would look. So They're
They're
very,
around the corners.
yeah, they're very
and-
uneven. They've clearly been repaired in certain instances. Lots of staining. So for a facsimile like this, you really get a sense of what it would be like to hold and leaf through the original. And something like this, I have no idea of the actual cost, but something like this would definitely cost more than, say that black and white version that we saw. That was more.
How much would the black and white version cost? Just generally, like thousands of dollars, or
I honestly don't
hundred?
know.
You don't know.
I mean, this would definitely be thousands. How many? I don't know.
Wow.
But here you can see sort of a.
The mandrake.
Sure looks like
Why?
it could be a depiction
Yeah.
of that. And a visual description of this wouldn't necessarily help you find the plant out in nature.
No, you'd be looking for a naked guy.
Yeah, which
It's fine.
might be one out there, but
Yeah.
wouldn't be a mandrake root.
And look at these mythical kind of creatures. Goats, but sort of dogs and goat combination.
Mm-hmm.
Horse and
So you got your bull, monkey,
elephant. A menagerie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was that, do you think,
medicines-
to make it look like it was natural and nature, and in nature you have snakes and...
It's possible, but they were also in this particular volume. They're commenting on these animals potentially.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, potentially either the kind of injury or venom or something like that you might get from something like that, or the medicinal uses.
And how
of
you
those
would put a
animals.
poultice on it to get...
Yeah. So again, this is just a very, very lovely, really high fidelity facsimile
Yeah.
that I get to learn more about because I just
You
found it.
just found it. Well, I'm glad I was able to facilitate that.
Yeah. Now these two go together. This is the facsimile, and this there's a medieval manuscript based off of an ancient Greek work by Nicander of Colophon, and this is the facsimile, and it's all about venoms and poisons,
Okay.
and then how to treat them.
Spiders and snakes.
All that, yeah. You can see scorpion here. So what you might run into as far as animals that are venomous, and then how to treat them with different plants and
A
minerals.
two-headed snake. I've always heard about them when I was a kid.
Oh,
The two-headed snake.
yeah.
There is something like that. I think there really is
Oh, there are. No, that's a
real thing.
a natural birth phenomenon. Yep, absolutely. So it's again, they're at least on the inside, not the cover, but on the inside, they're trying to provide
The
a
actual
really nice facsimile copy.
The parchment, and I guess you can tell one of the where it's trying to be real is the look of the parchment.
Yeah, I mean, if they're really trying to, not remove any of the, again, they're making the pages look like the actual pages as they are in the original, even cutting them to look the same.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't feel quite the same,
Well, it's
but
small.
it's still a thick, nice paper that they're using for this.
Yeah.
But again, just some really beautiful illustrations, lots going on, lots of plants, lots of animals, because it is about both venoms and poisons. So it's also about poisons, and then how to counteract them.
Mm-hmm.
This also comes with a translation and a commentary text, which is much bigger than this. But this book right here, this is from 1530, and this is a text version of that work. And you can see it.
What are they writing in Latin?
This is actually Greek, so there's Greek in the front, and then in the back we have Latin.
Okay.
And the Greek comes with this sort of original work, and then with some commentary gloss around the outside here.
So this was done in the 1500s, or?
This was printed in 1530, but it also comes with this great manuscript waste cover with what we think was probably staining or damage from an ink pot. We're not 100% sure yet, but we think that's probably what that is, and the text on here has nothing to do with what's on the inside. The text is, again, the work by Nicander about venoms and poisons. But that's that's how we, try and relate the facsimiles to other works in the collection. So it's not like we just collect facsimiles to collect facsimiles. It's because they are medicinal works, but also they connect to other works that are already in the collection. And then just as a comparison, I have here a work by Leonard Fuchs. This is what we would call a Renaissance herbal. It's a very famous one by this guy, Leonard Fuchs. He was a German physician, specialized in plant medicine, and just like Andreas Vesalius was doing in anatomical medicine, Fuchs was doing the same kind of thing in plant medicine. So going out and, again, trying to skip over a lot of the medieval works and doing and not just trusting those, but to go out into nature, find the plants himself, describe the plants himself, show them at different stages of their growth, of their fruiting, things like that, and then providing as accurate a description as possible as far as where you might find it, and then, its known, quote, virtues at that point, so medicinally, how it might be used.
Are there more drawings in here?
Oh, yeah, it's filled with lovely painted illustrations in here. Now, this would be, again, a printed volume, and this would have been from 1542.
This is actually from 1542.
This one was printed in 1542,
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's in your collection.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see here he's got some examples of the fruit. Sometimes he'll even have leaves painted differently or flowers painted differently, just to show different versions of the plant that you might find.
I collect pods, so
okay. Right.
I'm like a weird person myself, so I understand these people.
Yeah. And, we call it plant medicine now. This would have just been medicine then. So, materia medica, just using what you had available to treat
Whatever came up.
Whatever the illness or injury happens to be,
I wonder if they sucked out vellum and then put a poultice on it, just like people do in India and Pakistan.
I mean, I'm sure it depends on what the illness or injury is.
I'm talking about snake bites.
Oh, snake bites specifically?
Yeah, because the fastest way is to suck out the venom and
take the venom.
Take it out, and then put a poultice on it to pull the poison.
But we have quite a few medicinal plant books, and they go all the way up through mostly the 19th century. where it switches over to something we would probably call more like medicinal botany, medical botany, where it's really more of a systematic study of plants and how.
Do you think it's lost some of its color over time?
It's possible. I'm not really sure. I mean, there are other painted versions of Fuchs out there you can find that have been digitized, and some of those are fairly vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
And it may have come painted. The owner may have hired somebody to paint it. Just hard to know. We don't, unfortunately, we don't have that kind of information that came with the book.
Is there nobody writing about these things at that time? Like, out of curiosity, like, this is a plant medicine book. Like, you know how people investigate? Are there no journalists at that time?
I mean, people writing on plant medicine.
This is the
this
writing
is,
of
this
the
is what they
plant
would have been
medicine.
writing, things like this. Yeah. So that's really, I mean, those are the facsimiles we have.
And what is that?
Oh, yeah, this is the Tractatus Deribus. So this was the plant book from 2011.
The one.
We were going through it earlier.
But what we were looking at was much more. Can we put it down?
Oh yeah, sure.
For just.
Oh, I'm sorry. This was 2011. Yep.
That looks much newer than what we were looking at. In a way, this looks like a
this would be
normal book.
Yeah. So in this case, with this one, they were trying to recreate the illustrations, maybe a little bit more than trying to recreate the actual book itself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the paper, it's a nice paper, but it's not trying to mimic parchment or anything like that, and it's not.
And it's printed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is the book that. There we go. So yeah, this one we were looking at earlier, where it's really just focused on the illustrations and not so much on trying to recreate the whole experience of the facsimile of the original.
Mm-hmm. So specialized printers do it. Can we go?
Yeah, sure.
Keep going a little bit.
On average, these would be outfits that specialize in making facsimiles. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Can you name one off the top of your head?
I
cannot.
But they're pretty easy to find.
Google it.
Yeah, there isn't like a ton out there that do this kind of work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would say maybe one or two in Spain, one or two in Italy.
Because that's where the manuscripts are, or?
I mean, some of them for sure, yeah.
Wow. Thank you. This is a real treat to be able to come in here and on a Saturday and look at these wonderful books.
Yeah, they're quite fun, and I'm glad you asked to take a look at them.
Well, I am all for looking at things. So, is this the last one?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna. Hardin is closing, and they probably kick me out of here. And I do not want to be locked in here. So I would like to thank Damien Ihrig, who is now the assistant director of the Hardin Library of the Health Sciences. And
Interim.
Interim. He likes to say interim, but I think it's really fabulous the time he spent with me, showing me things, and I couldn't be more grateful. I know that there are some people out there who saw the original thing that we worked on that made incredibly nice comments about you know, at least I got two comments. One that said, I wish we had this when I
sure.
was in medical school.
Yeah.
And the other one was that he grew up in Missouri or something, and he, it was just wonderful because he grew up around books and not a lot of things, an old house, but lots of books, and he loved what he saw. So
Well, it's a really great
there are
collection.
people
Um,
like me out there.
yeah, no, it's a really great collection. I'm always happy to show it off.
It
So thank you.
is. It is. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you,
We'll
man.
get a last shot of you, interim assistant director of the Hardin Library for the Health
Thank you,
Sciences,
man.
Damien Ihrig.